Tension is rising as I'm about to reveal if he is in a team or not.
I don't think he is. He wasn't on their subs
And...
or...
Nope. Not in a single team. Not even in the team that has like 5 substitutes. What's up with that?
I think we should have a limit on the substitutes.
No, it's 7 substitutes. What the actual hell? Well, I mean, at least they don't run out. And if they do, I don't even know what to say.
What team is that?
This would be Team CCC, I think. Yeah,
Oh,
Team Cosplay Cookie Cats.
And the match is starting. Welcome
Kicking it
to
off.
second match.
We're enjoying a 3 support, 1 assault, 1 recon lineup here on Jinrai. 1 support and 4 assaults on NSF. Them definitely definitely being the more aggressive type here.
And NSF
Are they
being
gonna go?
Bley4Fun and Jinrai being True Love Gang.
I was going to ask if they were going for the tube, but my hopes were shattered. They are just ignoring that. Which is funny because Jinrai also discarded the tube, so they could have flanked. That is already the first opportunity wasted.
What do you mean by tube? You mean off roof?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was open. They could have flanked. Oh, ass blaster! Look at that! Look at that! He's actually blasting the ass off that vent. He's inside of it right now as a support. And he survives a grenade! What the hell?
What the hell did he... Oh my god.
He took damage, but he got away with it somehow. That's 2 supports in the vents! Oh, what the hell?
To the face.
This is crazy! This is... You gotta consider this the first round! They're already
Unpredictable.
packing up the big guns. Oh,
Just say Duke.
I'm already like out of breath here.
Oh shit, did he... Oh, he saved the nade. He got waifu.
Well, he's the only person alive, but he at least brought it to an odd that helps him to defend or turn around the situation here. His low health not working in his favor. I hope he's preventing the cap in a way.
He's going up. They
He's
lure him in
straight
with the ghost.
pushing in.
Devastator timed out again. Can someone give him the password?
I'm on it.
Might wanna pause.
Yeah, they should pause. They haven't yet. I don't think they requested.
Do they know they need to record? Yeah, there we go.
Ooh, that was very close. That nearly exceeded the time to actually pause the game. Phew.
Did they actually manage to do a double pause? I hope the plugin doesn't break.
I think only 1 pause went through. It said that
Yeah,
once.
but it shouldn't say it twice like it did.
Hmm. Devastator quickly returning. So who's Ass Blaster? I'm legitimately not sure. Oh, that's Fart. Yeah, makes sense. Fart, Ass Blaster. Oh my god.
That must mean he's getting serious.
Blast and then farts.
Blasting
From his
that ass.
So, even though Jinrai had those 2 supports and events, it was not decisive.
It's pretty risky.
Yeah, I was thinking that would just throw them off guard, like NSF off guard. It did in a way, but it was still just a very small difference between both teams because Haiduk had 20 health, Ass Blaster had 6. He could have easily killed him with 1 single bullet, and then it all would have come down to outplaying the other person. That's not a big gap if you think of it. Especially with a strat like that.
It's also pretty unnecessary to have 2 supports in the vents, I think.
Well, it might be unnecessary, but it sure frightens the person up there. And I think that's what they want. It's part of the mind game.
There might be a problem. Oh, it seems slime. Okay.
Going back live. Plugin working the way it's intended, even with double pause and unpause. Limits confirmed. Well, not... No, what am I saying?
Limits
confirmed.
tested.
Limits tested. Test confirmed successfully.
Limits confirmed.
Limits confirmed. Okay, so NSF having a recon now. One support, 3 assaults. And Jinrai remaining with the same lineup as before. They...
Wow,
I actually don't
Jinrai
know.
going with a lot more supports in this map than last one.
Yeah, I can see that. Rise is being known for shotgun supports a lot, in my opinion.
I wonder is that a pre-planned maneuver, or are they just playing it by ear?
I think the defensive measure is planned, but everything that comes from it, like that vent rush, I think that was a spur of the moment idea that came to them.
Two NSF in competition. I don't think that's the best move. Just trying to cover each door, but...
Here we go, first vent play on Jinrai side.
Oh. Could
And
have
it actually works out so well. Not good enough though. He didn't check his back.
kind of lucky to put on the cloak as he was coming out, and I get alerted to his presence, but he got your man done anyway.
This round looking pretty grim for Than here. He was able to take out 2 people, valuable points, not enough to get him out of the private area.
Is this going to be a cap?
Not really. I think he drops it and... Oh, nope. He's going for it. He's going for it.
It's going to be
Than!
hard. He might make it with the healthy, yeah. Oh,
He did it. He did it. Oh, darn.
oh, and he had a nade left too. It's so sad. And he got kited.
Don't laugh at other people's misery.
I'm laughing at my enjoyment, so I'm not laughing at misery.
Your enjoyment is misery.
I just love to see that kind of play.
But yeah, that was sadly a bit unfortunate for Than, because he tried to get up that ladder and he just couldn't. He got stuck on something else right there, and so unfortunate.
They poor Buzu asking, "Are we serious?" Does he think this wasn't already playing? Did he think it was still paused?
Knowing him, he might also be joking. I am actually not sure at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to know.
Entry from Jinrai. Things going down a bit. The attention focusing around the ghost. Jinrai just stomping in here.
Oof, Devastator shotguns. Takes out coup de grace, who was doing quite well up to that point.
This is really interesting to observe here. Like, first they were falling back, but NSF always gets into a situation where they actually turn around in a way. Like, I'm starting to think NSF are unintentional masochists. Every time it seems very grim in a way, they still pull something out of their sleeve, kill 2 to 3 people, and get it really close. Not good enough in a way to actually win, but it has a lot of potential.
This map seems a lot more... Oh, Jesus Christ, what was he doing with that ghost? Instead of going up the stairs, he decides to push in with his team, get in the way of his team, and then get killed. Not a good choice. He had a lot of hope for that Tachi.
Just as I said, they usually turn it around. Curses, foiled again.
They must have heard you and decided, we're not
Yeah,
like that.
commentator Jinx. 3 supports, 1 assault, 1 recon.
Fan
Jinrai setup.
realizing his mistake after the fact.
4 assaults, 1 support, NSF. Both teams having a lot of fire up power behind their back.
Oh.
Now, I'm actually a bit concerned here that this might be a bit more one-sided. Because like I said,
Could
because,
have got
like-
up there. Sorry.
because like I said, on maps like Rise or Balustrade, the like maps that have been in rotation for long, I guess this is where it actually really shines through who has played longer or has dug more into how the players work and the likes, because there's a lot of prediction going on. Like, you easily can predict some of the stuff that happened so far. Maybe not the supports in the event, but everything else seems...
Anyone has predicted 2 supports in the event first round.
Yeah, I think that was pretty hard to beat. But in general, it just seems like everything else then boils down to knowing the other player, how he plays on this map, what they could do as a team, and then just play against that. Though even that didn't seem to happen on both sides yet, because it goes back and forth. I'm pretty sure if NSF doesn't catch up at the rate, it might come back to them by Jinrai adapting even more. That said,
Had they pulled up together, they might have been able to cap that without having to shoot. And he kills his own teammate. So that point wasn't much to him.
it doesn't seem so. He was 13 points sergeant, now he's on 12, so the rank is not
I mean,
at loss.
in the long run, if he gets to 19, he could have been 20, sort of thing.
We will see if that's gonna happen to him.
Kinda hope
Or
it does.
if it even comes that far. NSF has gotta step it up here. Moving as one single force here. Seems like they're
Oh,
going for something
pause.
aggressive.
Pause coming
Oh.
from Jinrai. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Maybe some hidden way to distract the enemy team. To ensure victory here.
I don't think the pauses happen until the round's over, though.
Yeah. So we got both teams on an even level here. 2 having an entry, never mind. Jinrai now taking the lead.
I do coming around behind from roof.
Pixels is just not stopping. Whatever runs in front of him is getting waved down to the point where he's just exhausted from taking all these bullets. It's crazy. But it seems to be every player. Whenever they get a roll going, they don't stop. And I think every player so far had his moments in this match. It's really great.
Oh, panic fire from 3v3.
Come on, NSF. Play it out. Get something going here. The ghost is right there. Take it. Call it out. Go for it.
Nice. Kudagra bunny hops up pretty fast. Good move by him.
He probably anticipated a grenade at this point. If he just had Son of Uzu there to help him earlier.
Oh! Shanked from the side. Bley4Fun.
Not even a ghost could link up that fast. I'm pretty sure that he was about to call him out, but before the link up finished, he was already there. That was really good timing. But also some luck being involved in that.
Another pause been asked by NSF. Someone disconnect? Oh,
Wet Russian internet. Or is that Belarusian? In proper English.
Belarusian. Let's ask the chat.
They will give us the answer soon.
I'm sure we'll get serious answers. Nothing at all will be mocking in any way. Actually, let's see what's happening in the chat.
People talking about stuff like the tummy ache of Snala. What a...
He's a tummy ache now. Okay,
Tummy
he's
ache.
always sick.
Snala's tummy ache in cinemas now.
Saxu giving out again. Not a surprise.
They're 2 minutes behind, so.
Good. You can hear this in the future.
We come from the future. Well, actually, we come from the past because we reached out shit that happened already. So, yeah, rip. The only thing that's really threatening here is we got Psy with the lieutenant rank. First lieutenant hit fairly fast. 6 rounds.
I think one of the reasons they're saying like there's only 17 watchers at the moment, but it is Neotokyo Friday at the same point. So I think a
are
lot of
people
people
playing?
might have been playing.
Oh yeah, look at that, 19 people on the server. So that is a decent amount.
Oh, correction. Portuguese internet.
Oh.
I don't know why it was mixed up.
Belarus, Portuguese, a pretty easy mistake. We've all
This
been
time
there.
he's taking longer, which is a bit concerning. Maybe it now finally gave out completely.
I
Only-
should know that Devastator is Portuguese. Like, I wonder who I'm thinking about. It's Belarus.
I don't know. I don't know where most people are from.
Earth.
Yes.
Thank you, club. But are you completely certain they're from Earth?
No, Rainy's not. I can assert.
He's from the deepest stars. He rained down to Earth. We got him back? No. It's a name change.
So how long is the abandon ban in this game? 30 minutes first time and then a week? Or how does it work? Don't you play CSGO?
1 year.
No, I hate CSGO. I've played 18 hours of that game and I'm still rank 1, which is bullshit. Game sucks fucking balls. It's pay money for a game and I can't even play it properly. Do we have a time limit on how long people are away?
30 more seconds.
Why is Hyro spectating?
Okay, it seems like the other team is okay with waiting, so Rain's gonna pause anyway.
It's kind of iffy, but I don't know. I guess
Some
we
of
can
the-
do that.
Can somebody Wikipedia to see how well connected Portugal is? Surprising, Estonia is like one of the most connected places in Europe, even though like 20 years ago they didn't even have phone lines or something.
I thought that was Romania.
Well, I don't know. It's one of those two anyway.
Darn, speaking of pauses and killing time, if I had my bottles ready, I would play a round of Would It Plop or Would It Not?
Best game ever.
That would be the best thing to get the pause done
Psych.
in a nice way.
Psych still owes me a Counter-Strike skin for losing that.
Would it plop or would it not is the best way to lose all your skins and the best way to have a fun time gambling.
Yeah, I'm calling out Psych now. Everyone get on to Psych about him not giving me that skin for CSGO even though he lost. Like a bitch.
To anybody not knowing what the game is, I'm gonna give a quick rundown. I grab a bottle. It has one of these weird caps that you snap open because of those metal bars holding it against the bottle. And if it hits a certain temperature, that cap freezes to the top and it doesn't plop. Or otherwise the pressure just shoots out and a loud plop echoing through the room. So I always ask the people in the mumble if it would plop or would it not, and they put up their bets, like skins or whatever, or nothing, it depends on what they want. And then I go. And I finished exactly when we're back live. Perfect. See, I told you that game kills time.
It's still not in the game though. I guess they're gonna play.
They're gonna play 4v5.
Okay.
Duke looking at the wall, pondering. Maybe he's a bit flustered over that situation now.
Well, they're not looking good, and losing a player does not help, obviously, at all.
Especially with them having a harsh time actually trying to hold up against Jinrai already. This will have to require some well-coordinated play to clash a hole in there. Whew. I'm not even really sure how to go at this now. At least they're getting a few kills in, but just getting the kills in is not enough. I don't see them sticking together as they should. They're a bit scattered.
Doing alright though, it's 2v2 now.
Yeah, but they cannot always rely on individual play. As soon as Jinrai starts moving as one force, this might get really dire. Especially with them having 1 lieutenant, 2 sergeants, being in a lead point-wise here. Things are just grim. Now it's really grim.
Let's just go for the underdog. Don't be biased.
Huh?
But Jinrai is covering covering the
being
corners.
biased. I think Than is not exactly knowing what is going on. And I can't help but feel pity in a way, because losing a player...
Jinrai's taking a pretty good position in the small construction room, covering each other's asses.
Oh, this is Duke's call.
Dumbrion trying to come in from the side. He's gonna have to jump in fast. Ah! Ah! Oh, he got him!
Not that it even matters with the situation. He did it again, just jumping in out of nowhere, taking both lives. I mean, if he keeps doing this, it doesn't even matter if they're down 1 player. He still doesn't seem to realize that this is going again.
I think he's clearly bullshitting at this point. It's the humble brag.
I'm still a bit confused. First, True Love Gaming agrees with the pause, and then Duke just decides to cancel it.
Did that match time out? Because NSF still at 1 point.
That is a good question. Did it time out? I don't think it timed out.
I think we're missing a point for NSF then if it didn't time out.
That's
Get that pen and paper, folks.
Write down your answers. Send them into www.chase.com where they will be promptly thrown away.
Wholesale Jinrai slots. Competitive prices you buy now. Back in the game here, Sonobuzu opens this up. Commentating getting a bit dry here because they can't really call much of what's going on. Except for them scrambling all the time.
Losing a player is really kind of thrown a cog into things. Cog? Stick?
Yeah.
I don't know what word you use there.
Stick between the cog. But, yeah, not only that, but they seem to, like, NSF just seems to now not be oriented with what they want to do at all. They keep going around.
Ooh. Never nice when a recon comes up against 2 supports. Got away though. Oh, not quite.
I'm just not sure what NSF is exactly planning to do here. With Jinrai sticking together, they have to stick together as well.
Stalio's blindsided by coup de grace.
And I don't know, I'm just wondering what is going through the team's head right now. I actually would really love to hear what's going on.
Swearing. Tons and tons of swearing.
I wouldn't assume the worst case scenario here, but yeah.
Another pause.
We're looking at a situation that is not only straining with this amount of pausing. Oh!
Hyro coming in for NSF.
Well, that doesn't change the situation. It changes the situation, but it doesn't change it as much with a new player coming in. A second one, that is. Because now 2 warmed-up players are missing. Sanavu's slowly getting into it, but Hero being one of the people that has to get into it first if he didn't prepare, making that, yeah.
I thought Vapor Buzu was Dumbreon for some reason. He just keeps calling himself after Eevee evolutions.
Pokemon.
I think we can all relate to Pokemon.
Okay. Sanavu's is a bit, yeah. Is a bit out of it. I can understand that. It's a bit straining to go through a lot of pauses. Go through all this hassle it's been causing. Losing a player for 2 rounds. The point system messing up. It's really not working.
NSF going mostly assaults, 1 recon. They think they clearly know they can't defend anymore. They have to push this. Oh, that nade almost gets the Fire Commander. If I do pushed a little bit, he could easily kill him.
They still don't really seem settled though. NSF is split up again. Everybody being in their own individual spot. But still taking out
NSF
people.
killing 3 Jinrai.
I'm surprised once more. I don't understand how they're pulling it off. I'm starting to think that they might do this on purpose.
I said it earlier, like the more aggressive team usually gets the plays win. And they have 4 assaults, 1 recon because they can't defend anymore. They need to get these wins for the rounds, otherwise it's going to be over.
What I don't understand is, where did Jinrai break apart now? Where exactly did that happen? Because if I saw that correctly, they were moving as one force. And it kept breaking down to each individual gunfight between one NSF player and one Jinrai player, one after another.
Well, what sometimes happens during pauses that like the rhythm gets broken up a little bit, and the introduction of newer players kind of throws off the style of gameplay at the same time.
That might be true, but it doesn't change the fact that Jinrai should have not broken up where they broke up.
Maybe
That's
it's
what I was trying to
overconfidence.
get at. I'm not too sure if they would be the kind to get overconfident, but I guess it's a safe assumption to keep that in the room.
See how they do this round then. Sol trying to go fence, maybe? Oh! Defensive spawn by Osaka.
Hero behind that bench there. Stalios being somewhere completely different. I do also somewhere completely different. I think they're just...
Oh, the nade. Stalios taking too long to push that support and getting wrecked from behind by Osaka.
Oh, Pixel's about to pick up the ghost here. If he is, then that would mean that... I don't think it even comes down to that at this point. Hajduk being at 1 health. 1 shot is enough, and he's now closing into Pixels. Which doesn't look good. Still gets in the kill with 1 HP. Pretty remarkable right there, but...
I think it's going to be remarkable if he actually wins this. This will be the turnaround play of the the entire tournament so far if Hajduk brings it back from 1 health against 2.
Problem is they push in together, and this is gonna be really bad if they end up at his position. Fart Commander being very low, so if he aims for the support here,
He picked up the ghost.
yeah.
Questionable decision at best.
To be honest, we gotta give him that. He was pretty ballsy. Plus, if he would have done that earlier, just think about if he would have done that earlier. They were just on their way there. Approximately like 10 seconds early, he might actually would have gotten away with it.
He might have, but I think picking up the ghost at that health is something that may work in pubs a lot, but seeing as ghost play is so important in this tournament in most matches, it's probably not the best idea in a competitive.
I mean, he had nothing to lose at this point, 1 HP. Plus,
That's true.
Plus, he probably assumed you would get pincered right there, so it was his best choice, really.
I don't know, there's always the pick up the ghost and throw it away immediately, just to get them to come to you, see if you can ambush them.
Stalios opening this up. They actually do stick together a bit more now.
Coup de grace recon A13 heading to roof. This could be a massive flank if NSF is not prepared.
And now they're back to somewhat breaking apart again. I'm really confused with how this is constantly working, but it does.
Ooh.
And
Sonabuzu takes out coup de grace. No flank for you, Jinrai. Say what you want, NSF is good at the defensive play.
they're, if you can't even call it defensive in a way, they're. I don't know how to put this in words. First they started really well with individual play, then they get closer together again, and then they all fall apart. Like, how does that work?
Well, 2 new players introduced. I might have thrown off the dynamic of the team somewhat. That is not going to be a cap. No main weapon for Jessica. Buddy takes him out. Tachi.
Seems like Sonabozo's a bit, yeah, he's throwing the towel. Sai immediately countering. But it doesn't really matter. You can tell that Sonabozo's a bit discouraged, maybe distracted by what's going on.
I think one more win, or Jinrai have it.
There might be a turn now, though. He has Lieutenant. If he actually pulls himself together and makes use of that rank, they might be able to push forward here, get it in.
Yep, here we go, match point.
It's the last chance to turn things around. Sonabozu, turn it around for them.
Very doubtful this is going to go to 3 matches.
Sad. Oh, he has a super recon, so we're already starting with something really aggressive here. Let's see if
Donkeys.
Jinrai is prepared for this. They seem to be. 3 support lieutenants. So this is like... It's like a rock trying to smash a brick
Oh.
wall. He starts out, first kill, very
Side.
aggressive. It's just a matter of time until he hits a brick wall, though. Will he break it? Will he not? Will his teammates help him to tear it down?
Oh, he's getting challenged in the construction room.
He's going for another
Oh, 2
kill,
people.
and he jumps into the smoke. His death being taken, his life being taken in there. Though not unnoticed, because Fart is close to death. So he did a really good job. Not only did he kill 2 people, but he's weakened Jinrai enough for NSF to shoot him down. Hero
That was
now
ver-
approaching him here.
That was an excellent push.
Now Hero don't...
NSF win.
Yeah, I was about to say, Hero don't hesitate right there.
NSF win this round. Not the entire thing.
So yeah. I think I'm slowly starting to understand what they're going for here. What I'm assuming here is they try to poke a choke point and see if they're bundled up somewhere. By them covering several points at once, like I'm speaking of the NSF side here now, they are able to then maybe form around the situation and try to push in from several sides. Because from what I've been seeing, it always ends with them having control of both sides of where the cluster's at, trying to come in. Problem was they always came in one by one so far, or had individual fights going on. So if they were to bundle that a bit more and then plan a sudden strike onto that cluster,
Saka just kills himself. That's the first suicide I think in this entire
yeah.
matchup.
And it was not even death by falling, which is actually the common thing on Rise. It was just death by blowing yourself up.
I think we've all done death by falling
And
accidentally.
that hole just got ripped open even further by NSF just crashing through there. Another round given to them. They're all sergeants now. This is
Although
what they need, more weapons.
every single match NSF plays, or round NSF plays from now on, is going to be match points. So they have to play and win every single round from now on.
Yes.
Not that hard. It's accomplishable. Hadouk almost getting a lieutenant. 4 lieutenants on Jinrai. Indeed, that's what I like to see. 3v3. That rhymed. Weird. Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Sonobuzu just accidentally killed Osaka when Osaka was going to knife him. I don't think he even saw him there in the vents. Oh my god, that was... Oh, funny. Funny stuff. I hope that was caught in the stream. Osaka was just moving up slowly behind him to knife him, and then he shotguns at the vent, clipping Osaka and killing him. Ooh, Far Commander just getting away. Oh, and the splashback from the nade gets Far Commander. But low health was a liability in the end. I wonder how the ghost calling is going out now. Playing a support may come in not so useful anymore. Damn. Nice plays from NSF. They are actually bringing it back. Two lieutenants now on NSF. Or Sonobuzu, or Buzu, and Haiduk. What weapon did Haiduk take? A13. Oh, and nade does not land. Oof. It's getting very close for NSF now. Ball hold up in the corridor. Oh, but Jessica gets that nade in from downtown. And that's it. Jinrai win. Or should I say, True Love Gang. Love is their greatest weapon. Presumably.
Good games.
Indeed. First game, very close, and then pretty close second game too, even though a lot of pauses.
Yeah, it would have been really interesting if Devastator hadn't timed out and we had a standard lineup. And this was pretty close, even though we had timeouts and stuff. I guess Vapor Bosa carried and stuff for a bit, but I think even without him, if they had the same lineup as it would have been really close.
He came in late to the game too, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive seeing as he's first now. Should have added him from the start. Although I don't think that team... Is it Bley4Fun that doesn't have any subs?
They have Sai as a sub. I guess Pixels is sub as well. I'm not sure.
But it's not only that that made it. It's not only that made this match have its moment though. It's also the fact that they held up with a 4v5 situation and actually won a round to actually like have a bridge form and get that time passing for the next player to come in.